Hey, what's up, CJ? Yeah, you're gonna see plenty cringe on this stream if we're so lucky. I mean, I'm a massive fan of air dribble cringe myself. So I'm hoping for it. And you know, it's a great 1-2 punch for a player like LionBlaze, someone who's very good at flicking the ball. Having a good air dribble bump is a great thing to pair up with that. I think I've forgotten to turn on the game sound, haven't I? I did indeed. Well, there we go, it's on. Just probably right before, yeah, there, all of you guys have told me to do it now. Hey, at least, if nothing else, at least I did it right before you guys told me. Not that that makes it any better. Here we go. Like I was saying, air dribble bump, great thing to pair up with a flick. Reason being, when you're flicking the ball, really the most popular way to defend against that is to just shadow. Oh my days, what a save by Evoh. Look at how he's pinged this off the inside of the post as well to stay active. Fantastic stuff. But yeah, flicking, players tend to want to back off against that, and then if you're backing off against somebody who's air dribble bumping, it just gives them time to hit you. So if you throw a couple flicks on target, which I'm sure LionBlaze will if he's playing like his usual self, then that's probably going to force Evoh to shadow pretty deep, and that'll just give LionBlaze good run-ups for potential air dribble bumps. I'm hoping that we get to see one or two of them. Is Daniel in the Octane versus Zapatos? Really? That's interesting. I can't say I'm too surprised after seeing that he did look a bit awkward in the Dominus against Evoh earlier on. LionBlaze is going to try and show that he is on a different level here. He wants to show that Jack isn't in a league of his own, because so far today on my stream, Jack has looked in a league of his own. Evo's been second most impressive. But Jack's wins have been incredibly dominant against world-class talent. With all the games we put on YouTube, the ones on Fear's channel, well, the games on Fear's channel, I'm sure will. It's up to him. He can put them on his YouTube if he wants to, but there's no requirement to do that. Yeah, the content is his. It's on his channel. I'm not going to take his Twitch content and put it on my YouTube. That wouldn't be a great way to, you know, thank someone for helping to cover a tournament. That's a great save from one of the greatest goal line defenders to ever do it. LionBlaze will be beaten on the second try from Evoh, but that first save was gorgeous. Yeah, you can see all the games that I've streamed tonight on my YouTube channel over the next week. Yeah, just the next, I think, 8 days will actually, I think the first one will probably be uploaded early in 2 days time, because you need to wait 24 hours before uploading this kind of content to YouTube. So this one will probably be on YouTube very early. I mean, most of the guys watching it live will be from North American time zone, so I'll upload it at a EU friendly time zone first. It'll probably be something like 9 in the morning Eastern time on Friday, I think, is when it's going to be uploaded, the first one at least. And then yeah, that content will run until the following Friday. We've got 8 different matches that I'm going to have casted. Holy Tears, thanks for 52-month Prime. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're enjoying the stream today. It's been fairly routine for LionBlaze, apart from the fact that there's a real menacing kind of purpose about the way that he's moving. I'm loving the aggression just from the way that LionBlaze is threatening the angles that he's approaching with. What I mean by that is, I think LionBlaze in the past, he was very robotic, very structured, very rigid with how he would do everything. It was very, you know, thematical, kind of like a flowchart player. Like in certain positions he would do a certain thing and that would be his play in a certain position. Whereas now, like, I'm seeing a lot more little pace changes when I watch LionBlaze play. He's not just moving around the pitch at the same speed the entire time. He's accelerating. He's you know, moving the ball quickly one way, then switching directions. He's using little bursts of speed to try and outplay his opponent, and really just putting them on the back foot quickly. Look at how he just advances here before Evoh has even the chance to think about turning. LionBlaze is already on top of him, but he's messed up with his last touch there. Didn't really put Evoh in a precarious position. Look how easily Evoh's able to transition into a counter-attack here. And that's really not what you expect from a player like LionBlaze, who's usually very good at forcing his opponent into awkward positions with his shots. So he can then continue attacking, or worst case scenario, save those kind of counter-attacks like the one that we just saw. Well, double demo did initially favor LionBlaze there, but Evoh's turned the possession around here. Pre-flip into the middle. LionBlaze there for it. Evoh knows that LionBlaze doesn't have a lot of boost in this position. Both players tried to grab mid on spawn. Both missed, but it's going to favor Evoh. He accidentally backflips out of a completely free air dribble setup. LionBlaze was not in the area for that one. Evoh accidentally backflips in this spot. Now LionBlaze boost starving Evoh. Took away the back corner, took away the mid. The flick is lackluster, especially by a player like LionBlaze standards. High pop does invite Evoh in, but LionBlaze just cautiously puts himself between the ball and his goal and easily comes away the victor in that exchange. Well, I don't know what Evoh is going for here. You probably expected LionBlaze to go more quickly towards that. I would imagine Evoh would have been bracing himself for a big hit, and what actually happened is just kind of a delayed hit there from LionBlaze. Still, chance for Evoh, but you're not going to catch LionBlaze unnecessarily pre-jumping all that often. 2 goals deficit still, but Evoh fakes the demo and then just receives his own infield pass. Look at this, he's rolled the ball on target, chases LionBlaze into the net, and then he overtakes the ball and fires it in backwards to the center of the goal. That's fantastic from Evoh. Great creativity there after realizing that LionBlaze was going to escape his initial plan. Because I'm sure when he set up for that, he would have gone for the demo if he could. Now Evoh wants to tie game. Not going to get it immediately, but the boost steals there. Oh no, he missed it. He turned too early. And just like that, LionBlaze is away and back in the lead by 2. Well, Evoh's really blundered the end of the game there. He had a free boost grab, but he turned in the wrong place. And LionBlaze will, barring something crazy here, which you're not going to get, he will win game 1. So, Jack, not the only undefeated player, remember, in this tournament so far. Jack's gone 3-0, 3-0 on his side of the bracket, but there's a player on the bottom half of the bracket who's trying to do the same thing. And it's good old LB, LionBlaze, who has, similarly to Chronic, like I mentioned earlier, been around the NA1 scene for a long while. He's been right there at the very top of the game for a long while as well. You think LionBlaze is the most boring robot playstyle? If you you're entitled to your opinion. You can think any playstyle is boring, so no one can argue with what you think is boring or exciting. But if you want to appreciate what a player like LionBlaze is doing, you have to look at the little things. You're not going to appreciate him if you wait. You know, if you watch the game on your second monitor while you're doing something else, and then you only tune in when a goal happens, you're probably going to miss the outplays that LionBlaze put on his opponent, because it'll look like he's just scoring the most simple goal and there's nothing they can do about it. But you've got to look at how he puts pressure on his opponent, how he manages his boost, how he goes for big wins in certain positions without really investing a lot when it comes to risk or his own boost. But yeah, you got to really watch a whole game. You can't half watch a LionBlaze game and appreciate what he's doing. Evoh calling his bluff there. LionBlaze trying to fake a lunging save towards the near post. Evoh can see that the near post is actually just wide open. He says, nah, I'm just going to score actually. Just score if you don't mind. You're totally watching when the goals suddenly happen. That's, it's a fine way to watch. I watch lots of content, and I just, have it on the second monitor, and I'll just tune in, or I'll look over when it sounds like something exciting happened. But yeah, if you want a true appreciation for LionBlaze, you have to watch the whole time. You have to watch, get on his POV even. Try and find a replay and see what he's doing. But yeah, some of his saves. I mean, if you're a fan of good defense and a fan of pre-jumps in defense, a fan of pre-flip saves, a fan of just like absolute brick wall defense, and you're going to love watching LionBlaze play because he is a highlight reel when it comes to goaltending. He's one of the absolute best in the world. I think only Rawas can really match LionBlaze for goalkeeping skill. Those two have, for at least in my opinion, impressed me the most over the years. They just seem to know what their opponent is planning, whether they're planning a double tap, a flip reset, if they're planning an air dribble block, an air dribble bump. They just seem to know exactly what's happening before it happens and stay one step ahead. Well, he's blundered this one though, so a bit too much momentum from LionBlaze as he flew into his own net. Looked like he was accelerating away here to try and give himself a chance to get away from Evoh if Evoh did go for an air dribble bump. But then when Evoh just shot the ball on target, LionBlaze has too much momentum when he jumps to actually control his car and the ball before it went in. Look at this from LionBlaze, just skips to the side, watches Evoh dart by and accepts the one possession donation gladly. Now he's trying to switch sides here, doesn't want to give Evoh the easy demo angle by chasing him into the corner, but he's somewhat lost control. Just look at how LionBlaze positions his car on that challenge. He gets between the ball and his goal, and then he flips straight into it. I mean, this is just defense 101. Like, how do you defend the majority of plays that your opponent might be doing if you're not entirely sure what they do? Just get between the ball and the goal, flip into the ball. He's doing it here again. I mean, just simple, but it's effective. You just get between the ball and the goal, flip into the ball. Don't flip above the ball. Don't flip beside the ball. Don't try and read what your opponent's doing. Just hit the ball, force your opponent to outplay you, and you'll be amazed how many times they don't. Like, that is just LionBlaze defense in a nutshell. If you're not outplaying him with an absolute beast of a shot, he will save it. He will simply just flip into the ball, or at least flip into part of it. I think he's left the bottom left corner open here though. Evoh walks the ball in. And you know, when LionBlaze is in the net to save shots, it's difficult to score on, but if he's going to run away to a mid boost at an ill-advised time, then it doesn't matter who's in the net, it doesn't matter what kind of goalkeeping talent they've got, he's simply out of position. Acid Rain, thanks to the 4-month Prime, welcome back to the channel. Also, Manu, thanks to the brand new Prime. Appreciate you. LionBlaze, no rush yet. Evoh has a bit more urgency about his game, maybe too much. Looking to sneak a challenge in. LionBlaze not falling for it. And yeah, unfortunately for Evoh, LionBlaze really could just see him coming there, and there was really no drawback to flicking from that distance. Even if Evoh gets a touch on it, it's probably not going to be a big block. Safe options always for LionBlaze. He positions to save another shot, but this time Evoh does outplay him. Let's take a look at this from Evoh's POV. Just how much does he know about where LionBlaze is? Fantastic work. Look at how he keeps LionBlaze in his vision by staying opposite him on the other side of the ball. I mean, if he just air dribbled in a straight line there towards the far post, it would be quite difficult to keep an eye on where LionBlaze is, but he passed the ball, got a reset on the far side, and then switched the ball's direction, all while keeping an eye on where LionBlaze was, so that he would know exactly when to make that play. Now pre-flip from Evoh, escaping the demo. He's starting to make the necessary plays to compete with the Blaze. Gets a very late touch on that one. Evoh sticking around for a bit of aftershock shenanigans as well. Love to see Evoh pull off one of those. He's done it on stream before, where he clips the ball at the very end of his dodge, but once again LionBlaze dissects his challenge game and ties 4-4. I think Evoh underestimates just how good LionBlaze is at keeping an eye on where he is. If Evoh's going to come up like this and challenge in plain view, I mean, if there's one guy in the world you don't want to do that against, it's LionBlaze, because he's always got control. He can always flick the ball whenever he wants, and he's not been out of form today. He's been quite fantastic. Double jump pop. Evoh counters with a double jump of his own to save it. It's a very tense moment, and just like in the Daniel series, I feel like Evoh needs to stay with him here. He's not in a position to intercept this long shot. And Evoh's trying to pressure the play, but he's not actually committing to the challenge. I mean, he's so close with the fake challenge there. And LionBlaze just sees it. So many LionBlaze goals happening when he just sees exactly what Evoh's doing on the way in, and he doesn't hesitate to pull the trigger. I mean, he's just got control every single time, always has a shot ready. Can Evoh tie though? Hits the bar with the first attempt. The ball is going to bounce up on 0 though. Evoh goes straight down the middle and it's worked. 5-5. And we will go to overtime. Well, Evoh just went straight for the heart of the net there. There's no chance LionBlaze expected that one. He thought Evoh was going to try and slow play him. Thought he was going to try and air dribble up high because he had 100 boost. But Evoh just went straight for it. Now here we go in OT. LionBlaze has an open net. He decides to try and place it. Evoh's back to deny him. LionBlaze pops another shot on net, but these aren't shots LionBlaze expects to go in. He's just chipping away at Evoh's boost total. He's waiting for a mistake. Evoh's pre-jump for no reason here. LionBlaze will just flick in the top corner, knowing that there's no way Evoh can recover and save that. Oh, and once again, I think Evoh's just got it all wrong defensively. He's attempted to, you know, fake a challenge there and then half flip back into a position where he can save whatever LionBlaze attempts, but this is LionBlaze we're talking about. You know that flick's going to be top corner. You know that it's going to be unsavable. And again, Evoh just has to spectate as the ball flies into his net. So, 2-0 LionBlaze trying to emulate what Jack has done on the other side of the bracket. Remember, it's a pretty big deal to win this one, not only because you go straight into the semi-finals tomorrow without having to play the lower bracket at all, but also because you'll be on the other side of the bracket from apparently Jack. Whereas if you do lose this match here, Evoh vs LionBlaze, loser of this will then play lower bracket tomorrow against AJ. That's going to be pretty tough to begin with. But then the winner of that match will actually play against Appjack in the semi-final. So I feel like that's kind of a... I mean, there isn't an easy side of the bracket, for sure, but that doesn't sound too good to me. I reckon, you know, seeing what we've seen today from apparently Jack, you probably want to dodge him until at least the final. And then you're going to have to play him in the final, but at least try and get on the other side of the bracket so you don't have to play Jack in the semis. I think the other path might be just a touch easier. Not much, though. Definitely not much. Because, yeah, Daniel in the Octane might just decide to level up and be the Daniel that we all know and love, so who knows? Tomorrow will be a new day. Could be Daniel's day, could be LionBlaze's day, who knows? Could be Evoh's day. But that's something that you can't be thinking about just yet. LionBlaze forces an awkward save, trips up Evoh in the landing, and he chops Evoh's early lead back down to 1. And I think in this particular matchup, with the way that Evoh's been going for so many fake challenges, LionBlaze hasn't really felt the need to play off the wall too much. I think he would if Evoh was full shadowing. Oh well, that's something you don't see every day. LionBlaze just missed a completely free save. Now, was he awkwardly positioning, expecting a bump or something here? Oh no, he just totally underestimated the speed of that ball. He thought he could flip back onto the wall and control this. But he's not got enough time, just accidentally lets it go right past him. So delayed kickoff and a little bit of a wave dash there from LionBlaze. Point blank range flick does get saved. Yeah, unless we see more in the way of just full shadow gameplay, full defensive stance from Evoh, I don't think LionBlaze is going to change up what he's doing. He's just going to keep on charging down the middle of the pitch and flicking the ball over Evoh when Evoh does challenge, and just point blank flicking it into the net when Evoh doesn't challenge. I mean, if Evoh wants this to stop, he's got to have a good success rate saving these shots, and he just hasn't yet. He's not getting good quality saves here. LionBlaze can just do this all day, take the boost away, and eventually get a goal. Like, yes, Evoh's saving shots there, 1 save, 2 saves, but look at his boost, it's just running out. Eventually, he's got none left, to keep on defending. What on earth am I missing in chat? Somebody's like, is somebody like made multiple accounts to like hate on LionBlaze or something? I've not kept up with this, so I've seen a comment or two trying to read between the lines. Well, Evoh's still in this. Like I said earlier today, I think Evoh's Game 4-5 success rate is significantly improved compared to the Evoh of old. For once he gets a quality save, and you know, I'm not trying to talk bad about him here, but it is just what's been happening is usually when LionBlaze is in attack, he can wear down Evoh's defense and boost starve him and eventually get a goal. But this game, it's been better from Evoh. He's connecting with more of his pressure plays. He got a key save onto the post there just moments ago. LionBlaze now trying to set up the boost steal, but Evoh comes away with this one as well. So that's a couple of times in a row now that Evoh's managed to deflect LionBlaze attack while staying on the ball. That's a big difference from what we saw in the last game. Another nonchalant dodge there from LionBlaze. Evoh charges in anyway. He's just trying to close this one out aggressively. He doesn't want to unnecessarily fake challenges like he did in Game 2. He's realized that they were just not working. LionBlaze is reading every single one of them. He's tried to go more towards the ball with his defensive strategy. That head-on strat has worked overall, but it doesn't work out that time. LionBlaze just chips it past him. 1-goal game now. LionBlaze waiting. Didn't want to immediately flip there and allow his intentions to be known. Love this angle dribble from LionBlaze. Threatening so many different options here. One of them being the low 50. But yeah, this is why it's so important to dribble out wide when your opponent retreats down the line in defense. You want to switch sides, exactly like LionBlaze did there. The reason being, if the opponent sits back in their net, you can just hook shot, top corner, unsavable. If they charge you, you can fake them, you can low 50 them, you can cut in field past them. You really do just have so many options when you dribble in the way LionBlaze did there. Compared to the old-fashioned LionBlaze, you know, LionBlaze when he first came onto the scene years and years ago would have just dribbled down the line and flicked the ball near post top corner and most of the time had it saved. You know, he's an absolutely evolved player since back in the day. It's a sick fake from Evoh though. LionBlaze had boost as well. Evoh's still able to convince him that the top corner is where the shot's headed. Another late flip towards the boost from LionBlaze. This one a bit too early though. He's not going to catch up with this one. So just like last time, he doesn't want to telegraph his intentions, but he left the ball behind. So even if Evoh doesn't know for sure that LionBlaze is going to flip to the boost, well, I mean, you got to take the ball with you before you do. Or if nothing else, get a bit more of a touch on it, make the shot unscorable. So final minute, LionBlaze trying to accelerate down the middle again. Double jump pop will be on, but Evoh saves. LionBlaze sticking around, bangs in the rebound. Evoh with no boost, just had to hope that that was going to be enough. That touch to the crossbar. And yeah, no pre-jump at the near post. Sealed the finish for LionBlaze. Evoh with a chance to go 2 ahead again. LionBlaze out of the game and will go down by 2 again. Now what happens here? Evoh pushes the ball. LionBlaze likewise, but Evoh just had a much stronger hitbox on that one. Now will he do the same thing on the diagonal spawn? No, he won't. He's going to get goal side. I absolutely love that from Evoh. You know, I'm talking a bit about how LionBlaze has evolved as a player. Let's talk about how Evoh's evolved as a player. The amount of times I saw Evoh when he first came onto the scene just doing the same kickoff 10 times in a row, losing a bunch of them and then losing a series because of it. Well, no more. He's just won a kickoff, scored a kickoff goal in fact, and then the very next one he does something different. It's a necessity at the top of the game these days. You have to have more than one strat in your back pocket or you become predictable and you take L's. Evoh not going to take 3 in a row today. LionBlaze probably still thinking about the comeback as that kickoff happened, but I think now he's realised that there's just no chance. Just not enough time. He'll get one more for the road, but As soon as Evoh took the possession of that kickoff, LionBlaze knew it was over. So I think, yeah, that does make Jack the only undefeated player today. LionBlaze swipes a Patos earlier, but he's lost one game here. I still think LionBlaze should be able to win from here, but, you know, I talked at the start of this game about the fact that Evoh has to have a more successful defensive strategy if he's going to force LionBlaze to switch up his offense, and Evoh did have a very successful defensive strategy in the game that we just saw. He didn't just charge in and get countered as much as he did previously. And that's less than ideal though for Evoh. And it will be even less ideal as if this sneaks in. Oh, it does. Evoh tried to post pinch it out, but he's pinched it in his own net. Obviously he's worried about getting dunked on here, so he's being very precise with this pinch. If LionBlaze throws himself up in the air at that, then he can block the clear attempt. So Evoh tried to go, I think he tried to pinch it upwards, and he's accidentally pinched it to the left and into his own net. And can he immediately remedy himself? Not this time. You know, if Evoh can get his nose in front in this game, I really think that we're going to see some more aerials from LionBlaze, but I think at the moment he'll probably put his Game 3 loss down to mechanics and down to just lack of final shot, final touch execution, rather than a strategical issue. So no game plan change yet for LB. That's well played from Evoh again. He's not even, these aren't demo fakes, he's really going for it here. He scored earlier the same kind of idea, just chasing his opponent into the net. This time it's away from the net, and then flicking into the open net before they can recover. Evoh might, oh no, he's messed up his flip here. If he had a little bit more boost, I think he would have made this, but he's invested a lot and not gotten anything out of this. Did he half flip the wrong way? Can't really tell if Evoh half flipped the right way there. We'll have to keep an eye on his left half flip, see if he knows how to do it. I'm still baffled. I'm not sure if Evoh can half flip both ways. I think he probably can. But there are still pro players in RLCS who can't half flip both directions. It blows my mind to this day. I'm going to keep talking about it until I stop seeing it. And what to save that is LionBlaze once again showing why he is considered by many to be one of the greatest goalkeepers the game's ever seen. Evoh taking his time, taking a bit too much time actually. Concedes possession without any shots, but LionBlaze does likewise. Luckily for him, Evoh's shot wasn't anything to write home about. LionBlaze sitting pretty on a 2-goal lead. Evoh, oh, he just manages to secure his back corner boost, but will he come away with the ball? I don't think so. He's going for another one of those sweeping drives across the box. They've been effective, but I think Evoh just needs to be a little bit more careful with the possession here. He's far too careless, just giving possession away against a player who's so good at playing with a lead. When you're against a guy like LionBlaze who's so good at keeping a lead once he's got one, you've got to treat every possession like it's your last. You've got to treat every single play like a must-score scenario. And I don't mean that you've got to score immediately, you just have to score at the end of your play before you give the ball away. That's what Evoh's going to try and do here, but LionBlaze reads the low 50-50, deflects the ball to safety. And yes, Evoh's got the boost, but LionBlaze has the ball, he's got the demo, and he's got the goal as well. I mean, sealing the boost is one thing, but if you don't have the ball, or at least a way to turn and face the ball, then really, you're not coming away with much of a win at all. LionBlaze showing that 30 is plenty, and 3-goal lead often for him is plenty as well. Will we see a big play from Evoh here? He's going to try one. That is a great shot. It sneaks it past him. You know, I don't hate that LionBlaze has gone for the boost here, because that shot is a very, very difficult one to pull off. I don't know why LionBlaze is jumping though, I will say that. I think he's got to show a bit more respect to Evoh when it looks like he's going to go for the shot. But certainly not a terrible idea to go for the boost in the first place. A solid dodge there from Evoh, but can he get the boost? No, he can't. LionBlaze is going to walk in another one. This is just not good enough from Evoh, unfortunately. He's forced to hit the brakes because LionBlaze would have demoed him if he didn't. And the problem with that is that he just didn't have the momentum to really get a good shot on target. And it didn't have to be a goal, it just had to be good enough to force LionBlaze to not have the ball. Now, has Evoh got potential to score here? He wants to bump. LionBlaze dodged it, but couldn't save the shot. Okay, Evoh realizing too many of my resets, too many of my mid-air flicks are getting saved. Time to switch it up. And he did force LionBlaze to miss that one. That was a forced mistake. 2 minutes to go. Plenty time for Evoh, especially if he's got a kickoff win like this one. This time LionBlaze just barrels straight through the ball, and that is a great shot. A lovely technique with the air roll. LionBlaze wasting no time converting the counter-attack. Evoh attempted to get a bit more of a block on that one, but actually didn't block the angle LionBlaze was trying to go for. Immediate takeoff from LionBlaze, consistent open net shot, but he might be conceding. He is conceding here. Well, not for the first time this series, not for the first time this game even. LionBlaze on the receiving end of an immediate kickoff goal. Now, I think LionBlaze should probably, on these leads, be trying to just slow the kickoff down a bit, and that's what he's done here. So he wants to get into midfield play. If nothing else, fine if you lose the kickoff, but at least you're in midfield play, letting the clock do some work for you. This is something you often see from players who have advantages. That's a lovely little wave dash recovery there from LionBlaze. Just using the bump that Evoh sent at him to his own advantage. Now Evoh's accidentally killed the bounce here. Not much to take away from this, but he's managed to scrape out a very nice shot from a pretty dead ball there. We got a bump onto LionBlaze, but popped the ball too high. Can Evoh get around this one? Yes, he can. And he is still coming back. Evoh within one. Lifted the ball over LionBlaze, got his car safely past as well. And he had the boost to get back around the ball. Score before LionBlaze could recover. For the second time in a row, LionBlaze slowing down the kickoff. He doesn't want to just go completely all in with his boost on the kickoff. It's smart to make this change. He'll probably wish he did it 2 kickoffs ago instead of just this one in the last. Pre-flip shot from LionBlaze, followed up by a banger top corner. Evoh stretching really thin to save that first one. I don't think he expected that shot to go near post. That's a really good shot from LionBlaze. You can't really think underrated if you just look at it from LionBlaze POV, but when you watch Evoh's POV, you realize that that was very, very surprising to see the ball moving that quickly at that angle. Now Evoh desperate. Usually 2 goals would not be much, but you need to really force the issue, and he has done so here, because if LionBlaze gets control just one time with a 2-goal lead in the final minute, that might be bye-bye game. He might just dribble the ball around for 25 seconds, 30 seconds, and boost RB the entire time. Evoh needs to use every possession he gets, and he doesn't even get the possession. Well, both players have really committed hard for kickoffs in this game. There's not been a lot of adaptation. I think LionBlaze adapted a little bit more with the timing of his arrival, but apart from that, it's just been about angle changes. Last chance maybe for Evoh. You can't go under LionBlaze on that one. LionBlaze, I think, has just missed this one, but he didn't overextend for the boost steal. Had the counter-attack covered. Still time for Evoh. He needs the ball and he needs a goal right now off this attack. LionBlaze is there. Evoh trying to go past him with a mind game. LionBlaze refuses, and I think that shot will be saved, confirming that LionBlaze will advance. He's in the semi-finals. Evoh drops down to the lower bracket. He'll play against AJ tomorrow in the lower bracket semi. Well, tough run either way you go. I mean, Chronic's in the lower bracket waiting for the winner of Daniel versus Zapatos. That's 1-1 last time I checked. Probably in game 3 or 4 now. 4 by the looks of things. Looks like Daniel's starting to run away with it. I guess that just shows how stacked this tournament is. LionBlaze, Jack in the semis, and only 2 of Evoh, AJ, Chronic, Daniel are going to join them.